All right, let's talk about something you probably don't think about much, cranes. But not just any cranes. We're talking Tadano cranes. These are the big guns. Japanese engineering, built tough. These aren't the kind of tools you find in your average garage. Nope. These are serious machines designed for incredibly serious work. Their main job? Lifting things, really heavy things, things you absolutely, positively do not want to drop, especially not when you're inside an oil refinery. A lot of folks and a lot of critical operations depend squarely on these machines doing their job perfectly, every single time without a hitch. Now, think about the oil and gas industry. It's a behemoth, a true giant. It's the industry that provides the energy that, let's be honest, powers pretty much everything in our modern lives. The fuel that gets you to work in your car. It starts its journey here. The plastics that make up your phone, your computer, countless other gadgets. Yep, their origins can often be traced back here too. And at the very heart of this massive industry, you've got refineries. These places take that raw, crude oil from the ground. Then, through a whole lot of complex processes, they transform it into the useful stuff we rely on every day. Gasoline, diesel, jet fuel. It's a complicated business, and it can be a dangerous one too. So where do Tadano cranes fit into this picture? Well, in an environment like a refinery, you need serious muscle. You also need pinpoint precision. Tadano cranes, well, they bring both of those crucial qualities to the job site. They are the true workhorses of these industrial landscapes. They are specifically built to handle the tough, demanding conditions you find in places like this. They are engineered to operate reliably where other lesser equipment might just give up the ghost or fail spectacularly. These cranes are absolutely essential tools. They're vital for building new sections of the refinery, and they're just as important for maintaining the existing structures and machinery. These steel giants make the seemingly impossible possible. Just try to picture a refinery in your mind's eye. It's an intricate, almost bewildering maze of pipes twisting and turning everywhere. Massive towers stretch high up, reaching for the sky. You can often see the heat shimmering off the hot metal surfaces. And these places, they run 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There's absolutely no room for error, none. Breakdowns aren't just inconvenient, they're incredibly costly. They can also be extremely dangerous. That's why every single piece of equipment used in a refinery has to be absolutely top-notch. It must be reliable, it must be tough. It has to be built to last, just like a Tadano crane. So what exactly do these cranes do inside the sprawling complex of an oil refinery? The short answer is a whole lot. They are the undisputed heavy lifters on site. Think about when new parts of a refinery are being built. Huge multi-ton vessels and tanks need to be carefully put into place. Immensely tall distillation columns need to be erected with precision. It's the cranes that make all of this happen. They are in many ways the strongest and most indispensable members of the construction crew. They are out there working hard, day in and day out, often in challenging conditions. Then there's the constant need for maintenance. Refineries are pushed hard, operating continuously. It's inevitable that parts will wear out over time, things break down, components need to be repaired or entirely replaced. Cranes are absolutely crucial for this ongoing maintenance work. They carefully lift out the old, worn-out components. Then, with incredible precision, they lower in the brand new ones. This often has to be done in very tight, congested spaces. It's a bit like performing surgery, but the patient is made of thousands of tons of steel and the tools are massive hooks and cables. Let's get into some specific tasks these cranes handle. They are responsible for installing enormous heat exchangers, which are vital for controlling temperatures in various processes. These units are incredibly large and astonishingly heavy. Cranes also lift giant reactor heads, which can weigh many tons for maintenance or inspection. They are used for positioning intricate and lengthy pipe spools with millimeter accuracy. Every single lift is meticulously planned out beforehand. Every movement the crane makes is critical. One wrong move, one slight miscalculation, that could lead to big trouble, serious damage, or worse. So the crane itself has to be utterly dependable, and let's not forget the environment itself. It's incredibly demanding. As I said, space is often severely limited within an active refinery. Obstacles are literally everywhere you look. Pipes are running overhead, crisscrossing the site. Other essential pieces of equipment are located very close by. The crane operator needs an immense amount of skill and experience, and the crane itself needs to be agile enough to maneuver in these conditions. It also needs the raw power to lift the required loads. It truly is a constant balancing act. It's a high-stakes performance that happens every single day in these facilities. So, why Tadano specifically? What makes these cranes the right tool for such a dirty, demanding job? Well, it comes down to the fact that they're designed with these exact environments in mind. Specific features really do matter a great deal. Of course, they have great lifting capacity, that's a given for any heavy-duty crane, but Tadano also focuses on things like compact designs for some of their models. These are absolutely perfect for squeezing into those incredibly tight spots we talked about. Getting into areas where larger, more cumbersome cranes simply can't go. This maneuverability is a huge advantage in a crowded refinery. Safety. This is always number one. There are no compromises here, especially not in a hazardous environment like an oil refinery. Tadano cranes come equipped with a host of advanced safety systems, things like highly accurate load moment indicators which prevent overloading. They have anti-two block devices which stop the hook block from hitting the boom tip. These systems are there to help prevent accidents. They give the crane operators more confidence to do their job properly. Most importantly, they protect the people working on site, and they protect the very expensive equipment all around them. This isn't just a nice-to-have feature, it's an absolute necessity. Versatility is another major plus point for Tadano. Different jobs around the refinery require different types of lifts and different types of cranes. Tadano offers a wide range of crane types to meet these varied needs. They make all-terrain cranes that can travel on roads and handle rough ground. They produce rough-terrain cranes specifically for off-road conditions. They also have telescopic boom crawler cranes which offer excellent stability and lifting power. This means that a refinery can often rely on one trusted brand, Tadano, for many of their lifting needs. This helps to simplify maintenance, parts and training. And finally, let's think about efficiency. In a refinery, downtime is the enemy. It's a killer. Every minute a unit is not operating, it's costing money, potentially a lot of money. Tadano cranes have a strong reputation for their reliability. They are built to keep working, even in tough conditions. Less breakdown means more uptime for the crane and for the refinery processes it supports. This means jobs get done faster. Critical projects stay on schedule. And that, as anyone in business knows, is very, very good for the bottom line. It makes a real difference. Let me tell you, being a crane operator in an oil refinery, that is one tough gig. It's not for the faint of heart. The stakes are unbelievably high every single day. You are responsible for moving multi-ton objects, often weighing as much as a house or more, and you're doing this frequently in close proximity to live operating plant equipment. One tiny mistake, one moment of lost concentration can be absolutely catastrophic. It takes an incredible amount of skill. It demands unwavering focus. Nerves of steel are pretty much a standard job requirement. This is their reality, shift after shift. The challenges for these operators are everywhere. We've already talked about the tight, confined spaces they often have to work in. Sometimes their visibility of the load or the landing area can be limited, requiring complete trust in their signal person. They're constantly working around other construction or maintenance crews, so coordination is paramount. Every single move has to be communicated clearly and executed perfectly. And then there's the weather. Wind can be a huge factor for crane safety. Rain can make things slippery. Extreme heat inside the cabin can be draining. The operator has to manage all of these factors and still perform flawlessly safely. So how does a Tadano crane help the person in the hot seat, the operator? Well, good ergonomic cabin design makes a difference. Comfortable seats for long shifts, clear wide fields of vision from the cab, intuitive user-friendly controls that don't require a PhD to operate. These things really do matter. They help to reduce operator fatigue. They allow the operator to concentrate fully on the complex lift at hand. Plus, the smart systems on board provide crucial data like load weight and boom angle right at their fingertips. It's all about supporting the human element, making a tough job just that little bit more manageable and safer. So, when you look at the big picture, what's the bottom line? Tadano cranes are absolutely vital cogs in this massive industrial machine. They are much more than just pieces of steel and hydraulics. They actively help to improve overall refinery operations. They make these inherently dangerous places significantly safer for everyone working there. They contribute to making operations more efficient, saving time and money. Ultimately, they play a key role in helping to keep the energy, the fuel, the products we all depend on flowing. In a world that runs on this energy, these steel giants, these Tadano cranes, play a big part, a dirty, tough, demanding, but utterly essential part.